Hello, everybody. I hope now we are reconnected. My apologies. I had a little technical problem, but let's get going. All right. So anyway, let's talk about some stuff here. Okay. Well, one of the things that is kind of unique that is going on is kind of different in the United States. It's the first case ever. Is that we have elected. Tudo normal. Ok, obrigado. Então, deixa eu começar aqui em português até alguém mais aparecer em inglês lá e de repente eu vou ter que voltar para o inglês, tá bom? Que não tem que atender a maioria, né? Então, essa semana foi. Olha, eu mandei o link aí, não sei se vai funcionar, viu, Jonathan? Ah, essa semana bom, nós vamos ter no Congresso americano como well, deputada federal, a primeira mulher transgender da história dos Estados Unidos. Já está gerando um monte de controvérsias, porque, ou seja, era homem antes, agora é mulher, né? Então, ela é uma congresswoman, uma deputada federal. De nascença, ela nasceu homem, mas agora é mulher. Então já estão discutindo o problema lá no Congresso, a questão do quê? Adivinha? Do banheiro, né. Então é um tema aí realmente, estranhamente complicado e deveria talvez ser simples. Então eu realmente não sei exatamente o que dizer dessa situação, né. Mas é o que está acontecendo atualmente no Congresso americano. Eu esqueci o nome da pessoa, mas se vocês fazer o Google aí, vocês vão saber. Tá bom? O outro assunto também que está extremamente controversial nos Estados Unidos esta semana é a história que existe vamos dizer assim, um board, uma organização estatal. Todos os estados basicamente têm essa organização e outras para outras áreas, mas na área da educação, né? É mais do que uma secretaria de educação, para vocês entenderem melhor. É um board como se fosse, assim, um monte de várias pessoas que têm poder de decisões na área de educação de cada estado. Então essa legislação estatal a nível de educação aprovou, o uso da Bíblia nas escolas, nas classes de aula. Está gerando uma grande controvérsia, por quê? Porque a Bíblia é um instrumento religioso de uma determinada religião, especialmente evangélica, né? Então isso tem sido um problema. Hello, there is two more people out there. I'd like to welcome you guys. I don't know if your English speak. Mandy Lohia, welcome. Well, right now I was just giving some updates, Mandy, about what's going on in the United States right now, right? This week. First, we had the first House representative transgender woman. So it's already generated a lot of conversation, a lot of problems, controversy, and she is the first one transgender to be a House representative at the Congress. And this is becoming a big topic this week. And one of the big problems that already is already generating this conversation is the bathroom situation, right? And the other thing that is going on this week is about religion. In Texas, they pretty much approve at the school board in Texas, being specific, the state of Texas, that now they're going to allow the teaching of the Bible on those schools. It's generating also a lot of controversy because School is supposed to be to all religion or non-religion people because it's a government institution. But anyway, according to what I read and saw in the news, they're going to be able to teach some stuff on the Bible, like the Golden Rule, and also the Ten Commandments and stuff like that. So anyway, it's going to be something that is going to generate some problem. Hey, welcome India, motivation, new power, motivation. Thank you. Best wishes to you in India. We are in California, by the way, all right? California, United States. Thanks for participating. All right. So so the question now is again is coming is the separation like in a constitution supposed to be according to the constitution church and government supposed to be separate. But anyway, Texas is a Republican state, and I don't have to tell you guys if you know politics in the United States. The Republican Party represents mostly the right and far right of this country, and the Democrat represent the left and the far left of the country. So we have only have, really we have two parties that really have any saying about anything in this country. Well, they talk about they have the independent party, green party or whatever, but they don't have much voice in this country. And the independent party is pretty much someone who came from the right or from the left, and it's in the end they pretty much these people that are independent in Congress, they pretty much what help one side or the other. That's how it is. Anyway, uh, yeah, let me know if you want to talk about this House representative that I mentioned, the first transgender. One of the discussions over there and the talking point over there now is the question of the bathroom. So I don't even know if we should talk about this or not, but they are talking about that a lot. Now, if I ask you this, okay? If I ask you guys, what is the safest country in the entire planet, what would you say? Name me two or three if you want, if you will. What is the safest country? Because we are talking about the possibility of World War III, nuclear war, and you have the old players on these wars, right? All the same people. When talked about war, funny or not funny, weird enough perhaps, is that are the same players: United States, Russia, and NATO countries, and Israel and Iran, Russia, all those countries, China. They are the main players when it comes to World War III. So, well, I guess I don't have to tell you guys that if something like that happen, we hope it doesn't. If something like that happen, it's gonna be a big mess for everybody. There will be no leftover to take out of your lunch or dinner back home because nuclear war, there is no winners. To me, in either any war, there is no winners in wars. That's how I see things. And just imagine that we humans, we are constantly uh, killing each other, right? So anyway, but the point that I was trying to bring is this. I'm originally from Brazil. Brazil does not like wars. You know, uh, but in a conflict like in this dimension, let's say in the World War II, Brazil was pretty much forced to be part of the war. He didn't want to be part of it. but he was forced by some conspiracy theory to be part of the war, and he was part of the war for some time too. But my question to you guys, in the event of a World War III, what what would be the safest country to be in case of this huge conflict comes to happen, right? So that's my question for you guys. It's what? It's Brazil, it's South America country, it's North America, it's Australia, Africa. Where do you think that you rather be when this country comes about? I'm sorry, when this conflict comes about, like the World War III. What do you think? I want to hear from you. All right. Now, the other question related to this: which country you think that you shouldn't be if in case a World War III happens? What do you think? Do you think Russia, Ukraine, Israel, Iran, or Iran, United States, some other European countries, do you think those countries will be a safe place, a safe haven? You think will be protected if you are on one of these countries? Or all those are the worst ones to be? So it's a legit question because I don't really know the answer. I don't know how to protect it from a nuclear, event. I know the stories. I know the bunkers, and those places that you can go and can survive up to a year, some cases 2 years. But I don't know. I don't know if this is really gonna solve the problem, right? Hey guys, so welcome. My apologies. I just want to tell you all you guys that I pretend that I speak English and I pretend that I speak Portuguese and I pretend that I speak Spanish. But any other language I don't really speak at all. Okay? My apologies, but you are all welcome. Hey Kali, welcome. Okay? Thank you for participating. Hello to you. Peace well. Okay, welcome. All movies, welcome. Safety depends. Yes, you're right. What your back flag means? Okay, on the back, if you see there, the two green and yellow and blue on the top are Brazilian flags. That one on down, the little bit, the bigger one is the United States flag. I am in California. I live here in the United States for about 30 plus years, but I'm originally from Brazil. Okay? Thanks for your question. But I believe that maybe one day, to your questions, okay, about flags, I hope that one day we're not going to need this thing called flags, right? Maybe one day we're going to face that this planet is our home, human race home. I hope. Who knows? And now they're talking about more and more and more often about the aliens. Maybe they have the solution for this big mess that we humans are creating. What do you think? Right? No, it's just I don't know, no reason, no reason. It's just to indicate for your question why I'm putting the flags together. There's no reason, really. I have no reason for flags. I was just trying to indicate that I am in the United States, so people don't wonder where I'm at. And I'm originally from Brazil. That's all. I have no agenda with flags. You know, I don't. I'm not nationalist. If you're trying to ask me that, I am not. Okay. Well, I don't. As I use pride flag as my doormat. Okay. I don't believe in flag at all. But when we do a flag as a doormat, uh, I believe that some people will be offended, and I don't believe that we should offend anybody. That's how I see it, but I respect your opinion. Okay? And thanks for that. Hi there, Ali. PPL, don't realize we are here for a period of time, and then we go. This road is for none of us. Well, I don't know. Now you brought some spiritual topic or subject, if you should say. You know, I consider myself a spiritualist guy, but I don't believe in religion, if you know what I mean. I understand a lot of things about the scriptures and teachings and gospel and every other stuff, but who knows? you know some people believe that we are going to be in this planet for a long time in different stage, right? If you believe in spirituality, I don't know. I don't really know. So I don't believe in in absolutism. And truth, to me, truth is just a point of view, you know and fact, what is fact today can be something different tomorrow, you know so I don't know, but thank you for participating. Yes, one road is a great idea, but that's possibly impossible. Okay, Ali, nothing to do with religion. It's what we see with our eyes. Okay, our movies said Jesus was alone, my dear. He came from a planet called heaven. Hey, that's kind of interesting point of view. You know, you guys are hearing a lot of conversation. I don't know if you saw that hearing that happened this month in Congress. I don't know if you saw this about the aliens. Some former governmental figures, they're talking about the aliens, saying that they exist. Most of them live deep in the ocean. And this is the first time I've seen, people talking openly. You know, if you guys look at some of the videos that look, let me tell you something. I am not pro aliens or against aliens. Okay, I'm just saying that we cannot discard any possibility. You know, remember our planet was made of elements from other planets. So, just recently they're talking about some of the moons, Jupiter or Saturn moons. They may have some form of a liquid, icy liquid, or something sort of elements that is suitable for some sort of life existence. So I'm not a conspiracy theory guy. I'm just saying that everything is possible, right? Hello, Romina. Hello, thank you for participating. I appreciate. Okay, guys. Jesus was alone, my dear. He came from a planet called heaven. Okay. Jesus, as we all came from heaven, it's the part of it. If God will let us back in or not. Yeah, that's another thing about God, right? I believe God is a possibility, but I can't really talk about him because I don't know much. Guys, let me tell you something about God. Can we talk about this just a little bit? When you guys get down on your knees, okay? When you guys pray for your God, the Jesus Christ God, the evangelical Christianism God, the Allah God, the Judaism God, another religion God. Think about this for a second. What do you see in your mind? what kind of God it is physically. Is he white? Is he black? You know what I'm saying? So it's to me this God situation. It's so complicated. I'm so sorry. I'm not too intelligent on this subject. I used to be a religious guy for many, many years, church positions and stuff like that. But I came to conclusion that this is very, very complicated subject. God is a alien, like the most high intelligence being. I believe you're right. It could be something like that. Look, let's by definition, okay, alien by definition, it's someone that came from some other location other than this planet, right? So if you think about that, you're right. Don't get offended, people who are religious, because in fact, if you believe that heaven is some other location other than this planet, so whoever is there, in our terminology, is alien, right? I think. I don't know. You tell me, guys. I don't know. Okay. Cristiano, just manage your words a little bit, just in case, all right? You're welcome if you want. If you don't, I understand too, okay? Just be careful. Uh, how about energy? And he is light, not white, neither black. Yeah, depends who you ask. Believe me, believe me. You know, that's I think the the uh, the situation that was creating, at least in a few thousand years, about God. You see all the images in Egyptology, in other, Greek, Romans, and other, civilizations. They always put some sort of an image in their gods, right? So and that's what kind of confused a lot of people. If you see all those images out there, statue and everything else, you see that is this idea that God physically exists. I know I may be wrong, and maybe I am. I am ignorant on this. I'm just talking like you guys are talking right now, okay? God, He is responsible for all this mess. Thanks for telling me. Look, I don't know if God, first, if He exists, right? But if He exists, I don't know if He's directly involved on this, because this is the thing about it, right? Because when you talk about conflict, let me tell you something, guys. Would you agree that at least for the past few thousand years, you tell me, okay? You tell me, I don't know. At least for the past few thousand years, would you agree that the two main reasons of conflicts and wars for the past few thousand years, there is two elements responsible for that? One, politics. The other one is religion. So maybe that's why you're coming with this God is responsible. So I don't know. You know what I mean? Well, if you look at the Torah, you know, they talk about the God of Israel, right? So they attribute a lot of these invasions and conflicts and killing to the will of the God of Israel. I don't know about that, man, but that's how they see things. So this is crazy, in my opinion, right? And believe me, when we talk about the God of Israel, when we talk about that, remember we're talking about the evangelicals, the Christians, God, and also Judaism. God is the God of Israel. And when you see all the stories in the Bible and Torah, all the conflicts, the killing, whatever, a lot of attribution for their God will on that. So I don't understand this concept of God. Because if you examine the Bible, for instance, you see a lot of speech from Jesus Christ that the God is more like interested in a humanity goodwill, and in good doing, and and helping and loving thy neighbor, and loving God, right? And at the same time, they have all those invasions and civilizations and countries throughout the Bible history and Torah history that is attributed to God's will. So it's confused for me. All right. Uh, I will meet you in the either. Okay, either brother. Okay. Look, guys, I want you to know that I believe that I'm more a spiritualist kind of guy. I used to be a religious guy, all right? A religious person. I used to be. And I think I know a thing or two about scriptures. I want to think that I do. Maybe I don't. But I think the problem, like I mentioned before, when you talk about wars, conflicts, humanity conflicts for the past few thousand years, it's about politics and God and religion. Correct me if I'm wrong, please, because I'm here to learn, okay? Okay, up until Jesus comes and destroy him. I don't know who, me? I don't know. Well, I hope it's not me. Anyway, let's see what else I missed here. God is something no mind can imagine. Well, maybe God is alien, like the most high intelligence being. It could be, energy. Oh, thanks for the thumbs up, guys. And by the way, I'm gonna take a break here just to tell you, take a break on the conversation. I'm sorry, just to remind you guys that on Saturdays and Sundays, I am live. On a Sundays, I'm live on a Instagram, Instagram, and then YouTube, like we are right now. Okay. On a Saturday, I am on a TikTok and YouTube. Okay. So my platforms on a YouTube, you can check it out at Carlos. I mean, on a TikTok, Carlos Todd 56. On Instagram, it's Carlos Todd 63. I have my videos over there. I have a lot of stuff like live presentation and stuff like that. Okay, so I am on a live and videos, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Jonathan. Thank you. COTodd YouTube. Jonathan is putting up there my information. You want to check it out, okay? And by the way, guys, let me tell you something. I normally say this. I don't think that all the principles we have in all those scriptures that I mentioned, like the Bible, Torah, and Quran or Quran, I think most of the stuff there is a good thing. What I normally say is this about teachings, about good stuff out there. What happened is when you institutionalize the teachings of the prophets, of Jesus Christ, of God, the institutionalization, which is creating church organizations or church-like organizations, that's where they probably start to come. Okay, that's how I see it. But good teaching, it's all over the place. And the best of all, which is kind of hard to define, the best teaching of all is common sense. I don't understand why we have to teach someone that you shouldn't kill anybody. Why we have to teach this? Assuming that common sense is telling you that we're supposed to protect each other. We're supposed to take care of each other, right? That's how I see things. All right. Bible is incomplete, old man. I believe you're right. Absolutely right. But being complete doesn't mean that there is no good stuff there. There is a lot of missing uh, teachings over there, missing books, a lot of misinformation, and I even say wrong information. But like everything else in life, so we just need to be careful. Use our common sense, inspiration, self inspiration, and that's all. To me, and wrong and right, it's a concept. And all those books that I mentioned, they all have good stuff and bad stuff. But the main problem is interpretation. That's how I see it. So, anyway, we just need to be careful. If you one day you learn how to live like used to be before all those buildings called institutions of religion, before that, you know, maybe life was a little bit more simple than it is right now. Because one of the things that religion does is complicate things. Believe me, I know a thing or two about that. So, my question to all of us is why we can't be a good person without the institution? You can follow your book or whatever you want to extract the teaching or the information from. You can do that, but I don't think you really need a man like me to tell you what you should or shouldn't do, or and charge you for that. Matter of fact, right? That's how I see it. I'm not. I'm not saying they're absolutely wrong, but I know that they are not. They are not absolutely right because they are human like you and me. That's simple. And I don't see the importance of religion in a man's life, in a people's and humanity life. Teachings, yes, but not institution. To me, I think we should think about it. Look, for the past few thousand years, we pretty much have the same system, government system and religion system. Well, you guys see where we're ending up. I don't have to tell you because everybody's like, maybe you're going to have a World War III, right? And do you have any doubt that politics and religion is behind this? I'm sorry. So, what I'm trying to say is this: stick with the teachings and the good stuff, but to try to understand what these organizations are doing to humanity is bringing us to this point, maybe to fulfill those prophecies. I don't know about that. I'm just saying. Yes, I don't know much about anything. You can ask me, I will provide you an answer for God's side. Wow, that's a good one. I can't. Hi, hi, Rana. Thank you for participating. God isn't real. Well, that's something. I don't know. I tell you this, and I appreciate your opinion. Do how wama. Sorry if I mispronounce your name. I can tell you, after decades dealing with this dilemma called God, right? I do not understand the concept of God and the God itself. That I can tell you. And I thought I did for many years, but more and more I see things. For instance, that is one thing that I just can't fit my brain. It can't. Is that, for instance, right now in Middle East, right? We have tens of thousands. It's not a thousand or 100. It's tens of thousands of women and children dead. And I don't understand the necessity of that. If, if God knows everything, He is the most intelligent being in the universe. He got all the power, right? And He can be anywhere. I just don't understand why we don't have another way of doing things in this planet. That's where I got confused, you know? So, and the main problem with these conflicts, like in the Middle East, those tens of thousands of people dying in Palestine and Lebanon, okay? Do I have to tell you that a lot of people, mainly the Zionists, which is together with some Christian religions, are thinking, they're thinking that there is a purpose for that? Really? Ethnically cleansing. So the Zionists can take over all those places for the tribe of Israel. And not mention that the Palestinians are native people. They're there. They were there for who knows how long. And for the Zionists and some Christians who believers, it's more confusing that they forgot that in reality, if you consider where Christ was born, he is a Palestinian by birth. I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to let you guys go crazy now. So that's my problem. I'm just mentioning the Middle East, but we have this all over the world, unjust for children and women and other people. I don't call innocent because innocence is something hard to define. But why do we really need to kill tens of thousands of children and women in the name of a movement? And they put God on the top of this. Say no more. Hey, bro, he is the most intelligent being alien. You are nothing but just like an animal who ignore a human's life. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you call me that. Well, let's see how long you're gonna. Okay, I'm also sad for those. All right. What is the solution for Israel Hamas war? I can't tell you. Remember, I am in the United States. But if you ask me what I think about Israel itself, I'll tell you what I see. And my analogy is this. Okay? Hamas, Hezbollah, Israel, to me is in the same category when it comes to institution. A lot of people see Israel as a state, and I see as an institution. And that institution got the support of the country that I live in, which is the United States. unconditional support. Do I agree with this? Absolutely not. Like I said, I don't see Israel as a state. I see as the organization, like Hezbollah and Hamas, right? So, do I support what's going on with the Palestinians? Absolutely not. And I do not understand why the Lebanese government take out this, you know, from Israel and do nothing about it. Because the Lebanese government are doing nothing. Sitting ducks, we call here. Jordan is the same. Egypt is the same. Not mention the other Arab countries. Those are the questions. Thank you, Pakistan. I appreciate. So it's impossible talking about these topics without politicizing. I have bad news for you guys who are asking about this from a guy who lives in the United States for over 30 years, all right? I know a thing or two, I guess. I'll tell you this. There is not hope at the moment coming from United States when it comes to the Palestinian and Lebanese and other nations because both parties here in the United States, Republicans and Democrats, they do support Israel unconditionally. Unconditionally. Do I like this? Absolutely not. Do I agree? No. But like yourself, that probably live in some other country that you're watching me right now, you have to understand that disagreeing is not quitting. This is my second home, or perhaps my first home now. So I have to learn how I'm going to disagree with that in a civil and right way of doing this. And that's the hard part, you know. Thank you, Pakistan. The solution is the only problem in this era. Okay, true. Thank you. So folks, truth. I don't believe in truth. Okay? Let's put this way. I'll tell you why. Because truth, yeah, to tell you about truth, I have to tell you a story about it. Okay? There is at least in this world at least three truths. Do you know that? There we go. Let's name it. Your truth. It's one truth. My truth. It's one. Make it two. And the truth. Who knows what is it? So truth in these days is a point of view. And I do not believe in absolutism. I always tell you guys this. I believe in reasons, justifications, and right and wrong. Some right and wrong depends on common sense. That is no most of the time right and wrong is not black and white. Do you agree? Thank you, subscriber, investor and subscriber. Thank you. Appreciate. Okay. I appreciate. So it's a very complex planet who, for whatever reason, put us humans in charge. What a mess. What a mess. What a mess. We killed each other every single day, everywhere, somewhere, for some stupid reason, and sometimes for no reason. And we are in charge of this planet. And my problem with religion, I have to tell you, is because a lot of catastrophic decisions, and mostly involving killings and suffering and starvations, religion somehow is behind it. Somehow, some level. And more, religion is getting closer and closer to politics. If you're a Christian, and you pretend that you know the scriptures, okay? I'm talking about Christians because this country is evangelicals number one and Judaism, right? I am not evangelical, all right? And if you pretend to know Christ, you see that he got no religion. Somehow, you guys out there brought him inside and say, oh, this is the Christ, the church of Christ, for Christ's sake. Look, I'm going to look at your comments right now, okay, folks? Just let me finish this because I forget things. You have to understand that right and wrong, some is about common sense, but there is a lot of culture involved, okay? And the other thing that I want to talk about is I do not believe in absolutism. I don't. That simple. So, what do you think about the ideology of Anunnaki, and what is the percentage of it to be true? Look, it's a very interesting theory, and this is something that is they're talking more and more about it. Am I right? Hey, it's a possibility, but it's just a possibility. My problem, for instance, with aliens, it's because it's always a secrecy behind, always a few people, always a few group. Now, like I said in the beginning, we are having this hearing in Congress right here in the United States that they're finally start openly talking about, you know, folks. Let me drive you crazy right now. For the planets and galaxies creation standpoint, we are somehow aliens. Even if you believe in God. If you are evangelical or Christians, you go back to the Eden to Eden, the creation of Adam and Eve, right? Remember the story about the angels, cherubim, seraphims, and others. Well, if Adam and Eve was the first one, which I don't believe, where the angels came from? Hello? So going back to Anunnaki, I believe it's a possibility. I have no doubt that somehow we are all aliens. Now, how to explain that? I'm not that smart yet. But I have no problem being a descendant of Anunnaki or any other race, humans or non humans, half humans. You know what I'm saying, right? Why not? Now, what my problem when I mention religion, again, my apologies, is that the problem with religion is they create some walls. in your brain that does not allow you to cross, because when you cross, you're questioning God, which they don't even know what they're talking about. Look, folks, we get down on our knees to pray for God, normally to ask and to thank for something. But if you have or had a father or mother, think about this. What kind of conversation you would have with your father and your mother every day on a daily basis, at the table, at the dinner table, or whatever, on a couch, or in a party? Would you say, look, oh, look, Father, since you're here, I would like to ask you a favor, or I'd like to thank you for this, or how about just talk about things? Let's talk about, hey, can we talk about the universe? Can we talk about the creation of this planet? You know what I mean? Yeah, right. All depends. Right, old man? Yes. Right and wrong is most of the time is point of view. Oh, I remember what I was trying to say and I forgot. Okay, I have to say now. There is some big problems that kind of prevent you to learn more about life. Look, life, it's about learning. Your entire life is just about learning. The rest is just distraction. Life is about learning. The rest of it is just distraction. Keep that in mind. Now, in this same concept, let me tell you this. Do you know what is worse than lies? Because I know you're going to say lies are horrible, right? Yes. But what if I tell you that half truth is even worse? Because half truth normally comes hand to hand with misinformation. There, that I was trying to say before and I forgot. Thank you. Our movies, we compared to universe is too so tiny for that or very less developed race to practically be able to be titles as most advanced in the universe. Interesting. Like that. I like that. Investor. I like it. Well, he said that he's a man. Okay? Welcome. Man or woman? And did I mention you guys? I don't know if you guys got this information when I start this live presentation, but the Congress in the United States, the House Representative, elect the first woman transgender, and they already have a huge conversation this week about the question about the restroom, because she's a female transgender. Just because you invest you just because all movies is asking about if a man or a lady, and I remember what's going on in the United States right now. The first congresswoman transgender. All movies learn to die. Hell no. Well, you know, I don't think we should worry about dying, because dying is the end of everything. I mean, not the end of everything because we don't know, right? But it's our destination for now. Because afterlife, there is a lot of whole talking about afterlife. I'll tell you, can I be confident with you guys about, dying? Let me just say, wow, man, the time is over. Wow, that was fast. Let me just say this. I don't know for sure. Well, I know what you guys know. I mean, most of you at least. life after death, this and spiritual life, all those concepts of life after death, right? Well, I'm not sure about neither. Okay, but I'll tell you this: I made a decision. Our movies, okay? I'm gonna tell you, and everybody's out there watching right now. My decision is this, and it's gonna be for the record. You're gonna see my live recorded on my YouTube channel, right? And we're going to remember when I leave. I believe I'm going to leave soon, but I don't care. Let me tell you this: I will do everything in my power to come back because there is so many stuff and so little time that I want to do here in this planet. And if I can remember how was it after this life, I'll bring and I'll tell you guys. Maybe in a different form, who knows? But I believe that we still can do something good in this planet because this planet is wonderful, man. Humanity, there is a lot of good ones out there. I don't know if there is more bad ones than good ones. I think it's more good ones than bad ones. But the bad ones create more damage, right? Anyway, okay. Is there some sort of updates coming from universe while we sleep? Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Guys, I don't understand. it- I don't even understand gravity the way I supposed to. I'm a very, very little when it comes to universe information. I'm sorry. My apologies. Thank you. I appreciate, man. I appreciate it. Hey, look, what I normally ask for people is this. Look, think about those people that you don't like for a second, okay? All those people that you don't like, make a list and share my live and videos from YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Give it to them. Oh man. Anyway, yeah. And for those who doesn't know, this is my talk Saturdays and Sunday on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. I am twice on a YouTube, Saturday and Sunday. Okay, and I appreciate. Thank you again. Our movies. Well, now he's going deeply on this conversation. I appreciate, man. Wow. Let me tell you something. Speaking of a life after death, okay? I can't prove anything. I've been out there, I've been in situations that I kind of made me wonder about life after death. I myself experiment a few times this, and this guy here that you're watching had 4 bypass and 4 stents on my heart, open heart surgery. And I'm not telling you guys this so you can feel sorry. Don't do that, please. I don't like. I'm just saying to tell you guys that I had a few moments that I've seen on my past moments in life, some years and years ago, decades ago. I've seen people dying next to me, and I am a great observer of life. And I know I'll take that back. Knowing is too strong statement. But I feel strongly that is definitely something after this life. I just don't know exactly what it is. But like I said, when I cross to the other side, definitely, if definitely exists, maybe it doesn't. I'm just making you guys crazy because I've been pretty close. I've seen the gate. I've seen the gate. And I look at it was a huge gate. And then I came back. So this is not religion stuff. This is not believing stuff. I'm just saying, just to make a point. My point is, it's a huge possibility that there is something after this life. It's an alien life, maybe. Perpetuation of life, perhaps. But that is something. And I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking about spirituality. And there is nothing wrong in believing in life after death, life in other planets, aliens, and other type of aliens or other type of humans, the progressive way of humans, whatever you want to call. There is so many, ideas, ideologies out there that I respect all of them. Maybe it's a combination of all of this together, you know? Yeah. So the only thing that I can tell you, I'm not going to say that I'm sure about it because being sure is absolutism, isn't it? But my opinion, better saying, is that don't seal your brain. Institutions does that to you. That's what I'm saying. Leave it open. Consider options. Study if you have, but mostly pay attention to what's going on around you. I can go on and on and on. I travel to most of the states here in the United States. Most of on the 50 states, I can guarantee you that I travel at least 40. Okay. And one of the states that always fascinate me is two: Nevada, which everybody heard about the Area 51. I've been pretty close many times. In New Mexico, you guys, probably some of you guys heard about the Roswell situation, aliens encountered there back in was what, in the 40s or something? I forgot now. So I've been out there day and night, and I am so ready to this encounter with aliens if they exist. Yeah, I know. I've seen videos, I've seen this, I've seen that, people talking, you know. But I'm just saying we need to be open for possibilities. Now, if you ask me why we have those secrecies, why we don't know for sure things about aliens, I'll give you one reason: religion. Area 51, there is nothing but just ahead of 70 years than normal citizens. Well, I don't know. I met, I'll tell you this, I met one person that her neighbor worked at Area 51. We had a very interesting conversation. And I used to see almost every day, to watch, better say, almost every day in Las Vegas, at the international airport in Las Vegas. I used to watch almost every day for a few months, maybe over a year. The Boeing 737, with no tail number, taking off every day, twice a day, taking off and landing, heading towards Area 51. So I'm not mysticizing this, but I'll tell you this: when there is secrecy, we have this kind of situation. I passed my time 60 minutes just to talk to you guys about stuff. But anyway, I'm not defending things. I don't believe in defending things. I don't. I'm just saying, okay? Always keep in mind, guys. I'm just saying, we have to leave it open. Keep the door of knowledge open. Don't say no for something that you don't know. That's how I'm saying. Look, for those who believe in religion, especially on the scriptures like the Torah, the Bible, and what is the other one? Quran. They always teach us about angels. And the angels is the number one concept of aliens. Am I wrong? Remember, their appearance most of the time came from up. And when they leave, they go up. They don't go down. I'm just saying to make you guys confused. Maybe, maybe not. You tell me. Why there is archaeological sites that clearly shows the sign of advanced human race in history, right? Yeah. Again, again, and again. Folks, why people have problems in believing, one, that's possible life after this life, two, there is life in other planets, three, we pretty much is visited or was or we still are visited by those beings. I don't see why not. I don't see why not. I don't see a problem with that. And folks, I don't have problem with the existence of angels. It's just a concept. A concept. Now, we talk about aliens all the time, now more and more often, right? But one thing that we can't leave out of the equation, you know what it is? If they are really good, or if they are really bad, if they are going to be good for humanity, or maybe they are the bad ones for humanity. We don't know yet, do we? We just probably using hope on this, right? We don't know. But I have no problem in believing that we are all aliens somehow. Even if he came from God, God is from heaven. Heaven is not this planet. That's all I'm saying. Confusing you guys. Yeah, you're right. Movies, all movies, uh, to me, it's just like another book of information that you have to be careful. Remember, the version of King James, which is the most used by evangelicals, is the version of King James. Okay, for those who doesn't know, it's a Bible that we know it was in a man's hand, and most likely was written by a certain group of people, right? So, but what I'm saying is, when you use the spirituality, knowledge, understanding, and open mind for certain things, it's better to understand certain things. But the Bible is not going to save you like any other book, like the Christian, not the Christianity, evangelicals say. The Bible is going to save you. Some people say that. That's ignorance. But it's another book for understanding better human behavior and other teachings. That's all. But I'm not defending the Bible here, so you know. I'm just saying that they deserve certain respect because it's a very old compilation of books. I guess you guys know that the Bible come from the Greek. That means books. There is a lot of wrong stuff in the Bible. But there's a lot of good stuff too. I have to tell you. That's what I'm saying. But I'm not defending the Bible. No. Okay. Uh, tell me, even there is alien, what you will do. You're here, meaning aren't you reject from their projects? No, no, I don't think so. No, I think that we are part of the project somehow. Of course, we're still here, right? The only thing that I think that is a mistake that some people make is that we are not that great and we're not that intelligent. That I know, you know. And so it would be a good idea if you could be a little bit humble, right? I think. Man, just look at your life and why you don't think it will end. Well, I didn't say, I don't say that it's not going to end, but I'll tell you this. Earth, this planet, and all the other planets was made out of elements that was already existed. The earth wasn't created. The earth was organized with species and elements, rocks, and all the other elements, comets, and a bunch of other stuff from other planets. When you see things this way, we call this perpetuity, right? So now, when you go to the spiritual side of it, then things gets a little bit complicated, right? So that is the physical element of it. And when it comes to humans, animals, and stuff, it makes you wonder when they move around, when they talk like I'm talking right now, trying to rationalize, justifying, explaining, whatever you want to call. That the part that gets tricky, right? Okay, I'm living with some surprise that I've been in heaven. That is a planet of gold. uh, okay. Evil and good, in one side, is just a concept. The other side, I would say, if you could change the title of good and evil to good and stupid or stupidity, because when you see certain things, it's at least stupid. You don't need to understand the concept of good and evil to understand that certain things is a pure stupidity. Like killing ourselves, for instance. It is an evil, but you also know that it's stupidity too. Guys, I gotta go because I'm 26 minutes over that I'm supposed to stop this at 1 p.m. California time. All right. But I'm gonna tell you this. I enjoyed this conversation very, very much. I appreciate why devil is being let free, why God have the powers to stop. That's a good question. I ask myself, and not only that, I watch sometimes a TV series, the series here in the United States. I watch almost every day actually because it's certain things that I found interesting about this concept of good and evil. The name of the TV show called Lucifer. If you read all the scriptures about the Lucifer and Adam and Eve and Michael, the angel, cherubims, seraphims, uh, Cain, Abel, whatever you want to call those first ones in history, that made me wonder too. There shows clearly that good and evil came from God. Yeah, there is a lot to understand about that, but you know what? I don't care much anymore. You know what? Because I don't think this is too important. I don't think why is important, but doing good things is important. Instead of going after things that you probably not going to find the answer for, maybe doing something that you know that is a good thing. I think is more productive way of seeing things, right? Why we're going to discuss the identity of God and Lucifer and the good angels out there, or whatever you want to call, if we could use more our good energy or our time, because this one is it's a good deal time, right? And do something about something. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to worry about being perfect. Just do some good things in your small world. You know what I mean? Your neighbor, your friend, your enemies, whatever. And remember, if you have enemies right there, somewhere there out there, send my videos to them. Okay? If you don't like someone, send my videos. Yeah. Yeah, you seen that? Okay, investor. Yeah. Yeah, I am on a fifth season now, and it's just fun sometimes, just to see how they put things, whatever. But I have no doubt in God's existence. If God is the creator, He created good and evil. No question about it. All right. Now, why he did that? Well, that is a lot of explanation out there. Believe me, I study the explanations why exist good and evil, and I don't like it. I don't like it. Yes, I did, investor. I did Da Vinci Code a long time ago. Yeah. What was Tom Hanks, I guess. So this concept of the thing that bothers me a lot about God existence is this. It bothers me like because I don't understand. Most of the religions and teachings about God is this. Most of them come to us pretty much same conclusion when it comes to God. Three things. God knows everything. God have the power for anything and everything. And God can be anywhere. When you analyze this, how the concept of good and evil goes like, you know what I mean? Oh, God has a plan for you. Did you hear that? Guess what? I don't understand his plan. And I already told him. Is it disrespectful to say that? No, it's not. Because remember when I told you guys about God and a conversation with God? Oh, God, I would like to ask you this. Oh, God, I'd like to thank you for this. No, you should talk to him if you believe in him. The only thing that I know is that it doesn't match good and evil, God's will, knowing everything, have the power for anything, and can be anywhere. Something good happened to you, you call a miracle. When something bad happened to you, you call God's will. That just, I just can't stand this. And I have my apologies if I say this way. That's my problem. That's why I quit religion. But I respect everybody. And let me finish this, okay? Let's talk about love and respect. I believe that we have the freedom to choose who we're going to love. I really do. But the thing that I also believe to me is more important than that is that we have to respect everybody. You choose who you're going to love and you respect everybody regardless. That's how I see things. Nobody's perfect. I am not, you are not, and I'm not pretending to be perfect. I don't want to be perfect. I don't want to know everything. I just want to be a good person, which is hard. Because let me tell you something. There is one person I'm looking at you right now. There is a lot, I have a lot to learn, a lot to do. I am so imperfect. But I wish that day after day, I can use my time wisely and share with you guys this. And perhaps one day things will be good. And folks, remember my promise. When one day Soon, maybe, maybe not, who knows? I cross to the other side of this life. If there is any possibility to return, to come back and tell you guys what was it? What is it? What what did I learn? To me, learning it's the main objective of life. This life and if there is other life to come, is that's the purpose for life and afterlife and other lives in another planets. I guess we can agree on this one. I appreciate very much. Do you think the histories that are more than 1,000 years old are not altered by the high authorities of time? Maybe. We call this investor another possibility. I'll tell you this, most of the things that we humans put our hands on, one way or another, most of the time, create a mess and confusion and misleading. Remember what I told you guys in the beginning of this live, some point on this live conversation. Worse than lies is misinformation. Lies, most of the time, are more, it's easier to identify. Half truth, no. The purpose of half truth is to confuse humanity. And that's one of the purpose of religion. Voluntarily or not, intentionally or not. But that's what it does most of the time. Nothing wrong with you guys read your scriptures either, anywhere, all continents. If you believe something, well, I don't believe in believing, but I respect you guys. Believing block wisdom, knowing, learning, reading, thinking, pondering, whatever you want to call about everything that I just mentioned, it's a good thing. You can even pray if you want to. But at the institution, it creates a problem. I thank you so much. I appreciate investor. It's some years and trying to understand a thing or two, but that's all. And look, let me tell you something. Do you know one of the biggest enemy we have in life? That is so many real ones. Vanity. So make sure that your words does not get to my weak side and maybe I'll think about, well, maybe I am smart. No, thank you. I'll try to remind myself that's not the case. But remember, I am so ready for anything out there. I am ready. It took me some time to be ready, but I am. I don't own the truth. I don't want to own the truth. I don't think that truth is an absolutely element of life. The most valuable element in our life is time. Let's use wisely. Let's use for learning. Learn how to respect each other. Love is something else. I don't understand love till this day. Too complicated for my understanding of life. But I understand the importance of respect. It is so important. All this big mess that we are having right now. I mean, we are in a big mess, guys. We are in a huge mess. Absolutely huge. This this country, it's in a big mess. Other countries too. What's going on in the Middle East? What's going on between Russia and Ukraine may escalate for something that we are not ready for. And that's concern all of us. And that's because we don't respect each other. That's why. If you really respect, this wouldn't be going on right now. Wouldn't. We don't respect. Not all of us, of course. A lot of us have problems in respecting. Never mind love. Love it's something else. It's too spiritual actually. Well, I want to appreciate. I'll definitely visit you live, but now I had to go, sir. Thank you so much for your time. Oh, thank you for subscribe. Remember, I am on a Carlos Todd 63 on Instagram. Carlos Todd 63 on Instagram. I am also on a TikTok, Carlos Todd 56. Carlos Todd 56. Okay. I'll be live if nothing goes wrong on a Saturdays and Sundays right here on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. I appreciate. Okay. Remember, all those people you don't like, share my videos and this live with them. Maybe you help. Thanks. I appreciate. You take care, okay? Investor rent. If you need a private personal and professional assistant in the United States, you found me on my platforms. That's what I do for a living anyway. Uh, what was it like living in the 80s and 90s compared to now? I don't believe in saudosism. I don't know if that word exists. It was good, but to me the best thing that's going on in these days that I don't miss from the past is technology. You know, for instance, I live in a place that I can have my shower anytime, hot shower. I can use the bathroom, in a hygiene way. Back in the days was harder, right? Things easy, stuff that we take for granted today. So yeah, I remember stuff that I love it in the past, but I'm not a guy who look back too much. I look present, and I don't mind much about the future because this is how I put things sometimes. Okay, I normally say that past cease cease to exist. Future is a possibility. Present, it's all we have. So I don't look back. And I appreciate your question, honest man. I appreciate. Thank you. You know, every stage in life is just a learning time. And we want to think that we know a little bit more, a little bit better now. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. Who knows? Okay, I appreciate investor. Okay. I don't know if my friend, what do you call, Jonathan is out there, but if he's not there, Jonathan, just put my information, please. Ok, Jonathan? Put my information. Coloca minhas informações, se possível. Okay, if I subscribe and I will check channel description if it is there. I appreciate, my man. Thank you so much. Take care, okay? Take care. So I'm in California, in the United States. Anything, just let me know. All right? Thank you, Jonathan. Please, só coloca as informações lá. Jonathan is going to put out there my information, okay? Carlos Todd 56 is TikTok. There he is. Just look at the information. Next one is Carlos Todd 63. That's on Instagram. Jonathan, você viu que eu fiquei travado, eu não pude sair. Resolvi dar atenção, né? Para ver o que dá, né? A gente tem que, enfim, foram 46 minutos a mais. COTodd on YouTube. Thank you so much. I appreciate, investor. I appreciate. Yeah, just in case in the United States, personal, private, and professional assistance, 100% assistance, including legal assistance. I'm here, okay, in the United States. Any question on this area, we're here to answer. That's what I do. By the way, investor, this is my, all right, the legal side of it, this is the company. But this is not, I don't do this, what I'm doing because of that. So, I do this. It's a personal and a spiritual reason for that. All right. I don't mix. I'm just saying. Okay. The purpose of my lives is not about business. It's something else. It's more deeper. It's deeper than, business, etc. Thank you so much. I'm going to leave now. 47 minutes after the hour, 1:47 p.m. in California, Pacific Time, United States. I appreciate everybody for participating in our live. Uh, and I thank you a million times for everything, for your attention. I hope a lot of people out there can watch my lives because I think it's going to be a huge, huge thing for humanity. I think this is how I think. I don't know. Okay, you're talking to the right person, investor. You're talking to the right person. My clients are very private and personal clients when it comes to business, open business, visas, investment visas, all kind of visas. I am on it. Okay. I can answer probably most of the questions. Remember, I always tell this. Let me finish like this. I have two things to say. One, I am not specialized in giving people advice on what they should do. No, I'm not. But I am very specialized in telling people what you shouldn't do. My function here when people comes to invest in the United States or do things here, work here, whatever, it's to tell them, don't go this way, don't go that way, don't go that way, don't go that way. Because those I know. Okay. And I also investor, what I do is I protect. I don't invest, I protect my clients' assets and advise them in certain things in life. Like I'm doing this is spiritual talk. This is what I do. I mix both things because this is who I am. Okay. So you take care of yourself, everybody out there. And remember, in the political side, I'm going to do this because of Jonathan. Jonathan is my partner in Brazil. Okay, guys, if you saw Jonathan Gonçalves there, he's my partner in Brazil. All right. So I'm gonna have to finish up uh, with this phrase. One, in the political field here in the United States and other countries, I am not on the left, and definitely I am not on the right. I'm not a Democrat, and absolutely not a Republican. Okay? Keep that in mind. Politics, it's a trash. I don't believe in politics. And I don't have to tell you that I don't believe much in religion either. I just respect them a little bit. All right? Thank you so much. Thank you, investor. If you need anything, you know how to find me. You take care, everybody. All right? Bye bye. Yes, you can do that. Okay? Yeah. Actually, investor, most of my first time clients, I recommend because my first consultation is free. I recommend them to go to Instagram first. All right. That's how we start because there you can send a voice message if you want. I can send back a voice message. So check my address on Instagram, CarlosTodd63. And if you want to talk about your ideas or whatever, we can have a little chat for about an hour or so. You just have to set up the time for that appointment time. All right. Thank you. Take care. I appreciate. Bye bye.